It's the most iconic track in the world, and qualifying has been intense. Welcome to Britain for round 10 of the Trans Nation Challenge GP2 category. Situated in North Hampshire, Britain, this 5.8 kilometre circuit demands respect with its 18 fast flowing turns. We've just seen qualifying take place, and now the drivers will embark on 26 laps with the super soft, the soft and the mediums at their disposal, and Warlords 1313 taking in magnificent pole position. We're about to get started here for GP2, and joining commentary is Guy Tasker. And Guy, without further ado, as the formation lap gets underway, how would you like to run us through the TKA starting grid?
Oh, it would be my honour as soon as we get going. There we go. So our pole setter today, we've got Warlords 1313, and joining him on the front row, we've got Kart 1979 in his home Grand Prix as well. So he'll be very pleased to get up there on the front row. M. Birche takes third. Stuart McKenzie, the current championship leader, in fourth place. RZDV up in fifth, another strong showing there. And Sarah May in sixth, another also strong showing, with Ripper Tretch in seventh. Perhaps a bit of a surprise package there. Going Z28 in eighth place, maybe a little bit disappointed with that. Pure Axel 2121 down in ninth place. But we know he's got the race pace, so it'll be interesting to see where he goes from there. Table Clan 10th, Verdi 11th, Habs for Life 634 in 12th, Big Mike in 13th, and Jordan Dittmer 711 has got in for the race, having not qualified, and will start from the back in 14th place.
And he'll be in the Red Bull, it looks like, as well, so that'll help Warlords a little bit in the constructors' battle. But yeah, what a qualifying it was. I mean, it looked pretty set for a Ferrari 1-2. And then all of a sudden, Verche sprung out of nowhere with the first driver to breach into the 1 minute 20.7. And then almost immediately, Warlords responded. And then at the dying stages on the final flying lap, Kart 1979 was able to split the two drivers and, more importantly, out-qualify his teammate for the first time this season. In fact, this is the first time in GP2 current date that a teammate has out-qualified Stuart McKenzie too in pace.
Yeah. Wow. So I wonder whether he'll be slightly worried about that or not.
I would say he'd be Stuart McKenzie too will be a little under pressure, because usually he's got a front row, clear area in front of him to make a good move. Right now he's in the middle of the top four. Well, he's in the middle of the top five, so he's going to have to really make sure he gets everything sorted out at the start, because it's going to be sheep stations here. But I said if Warlords got on the front row in second, he'd muscle his way through into the lead at corner one. But
well, we have to hope he gets it home in one piece today.
Yeah, it would be a disappointment.
He's been a bit unfortunate with those so far this season.
Well, the last time he went on pole position, he converted to the race win, so we'll see if he can do it again today. So we're now about to build up to the 5 red lights for the most iconic Formula 1 race in history. It's lights out, away we go for the British Grand Prix, and a drive-through penalty jump start for RZDV, but Kart 1979's had a good start. He's going to actually funnel his way into the lead. Warlords 1313 he's gonna fight the issue. He's gonna go here around the outside of turn 3. What a beautiful move! Oh, and that's going to
big crash. Oh, Warlords, he's got caught up.
Warlords has been collected by Going Z28. I wonder what's happened there, but
Going Z and Table Clan came together at the back and ended up spinning off the circuit. I think ended up cutting the corner and collected Warlords on the way through.
You could just see the Renault coming out of nowhere. Warlords, and I can imagine, Warlords is calling for an immediate restart. Just thinking maybe.
I'll see what they've got to say.
Sorry about this, we're just trying to take place of everything, so I think
gonna get some team radio. No, he got taken out, but it wasn't lag.
No.
I'm saying it was, so just unfortunate for him, but I'm sure it'll be looked at after.
Yeah, I think, and saying that, so Kart does the fastest lap of the race. We're definitely just looking at a few information. Stuart, the officials aren't really saying much on the matter, but I'm sure we'll have a few things to look at, definitely at the end of this race. So, Kart 1979 currently leading his home Grand Prix from Inverche. Inverche's definitely got the pace, so we're just trying to sort a few things out here, and I'm sure Warlords is going to be very, very angry about this if this doesn't get restarted. But I mean, it was an unfortunate accident.
Yeah, certainly was. There's nothing. I can understand Warlord's frustration.
I mean, I feel sorry for the guy. I mean, you give him pole position. He had such a pretty moderate start, but you know.
Yeah, I was just about to say it looks relatively clean, but then there was just they got tangled up at the back.
And it's just that one thing where, like, you know, you take too much risk at turn 1 around this circuit because it's so. It looks like a fairly straightforward corner. That much is true, but it really tightens up as you get deeper into the corner. The Kart now does the fastest lap of the race, but yeah, it's just so it funnels as it gets into the corner. So
yeah, it's a bit of it is an awkward turn 1 because of the high speed nature of it.
In fact, we've just got team radio from
Hello.
Mason Ward, the engineer for the Ferrari boys, asking if they can restart because they don't have a setup. So I don't.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Setup glitch.
I mean, I think in retrospect, I think we'd sooner restart the race for Warlord's sake, not their sake.
We can't. Yeah, I mean they're asking. Josh also wants to restart for a crash, but
yeah,
we can't.
Make sure that the Ferrari boys are aware that they can't restart because they don't have a setup.
Yeah. It's
just let Warlords know that there will be some compensation points for him in regards to that situation because it is unfortunate, especially lap 1. I mean, you can't. I mean, first lap incidents, you know, you don't like them, and especially if it takes. I mean, that was quite a solid hit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, certainly it was.
So Warlord's just asking for a few things. So
Yeah.
as far as we could see, well, as far as I could see, going Z28 went on the grass, lost the rear of the car, and then just basically rear-ended.
Yeah, there was a coming together before. It was Table Clan and Going Z came together as they came round. Well, it would be turn 2, and got sent across because they came together. They kind of went flying off, skidding across the grass, and hit the wall, and then went flying back onto the track. And I think that's where they then collected Warlords as they came back onto the track.
Actually, in sector 1, it looks like. I can't really see who it is, but that's what it is. Warlord's car is still stuck in the middle of turn 1, so he's either not declared himself out of the race or whatever. So yeah, his car is still parked in the middle of turn 3 and 4, so that's quite amusing actually. No offence there, but anyway. So Kart's still holding on. Table Clan does the fastest lap of the race. Sarah May has managed to come through all this in P4, and her axle's recovered to P5 through this. But yeah, Inverche's starting to get a little feisty.
Yeah. Erlandang wants to come and join us in the commentary booth. I think he just wants to listen, but I don't know.
Does he?
I think he does.
But we'll find out one way or another. But
yeah.
Has he asked you privately or something?
Yeah, he put it in the group over the radio. It's he asked if he can join the commentary channel.
So Erwin Dax made actually quite an interesting point here. So because Jordan Dittmer didn't joined in before the race, like during qualifying, there must be some kind of glitch in the system which disables everyone's setups.
Yeah, because he wouldn't have a set. Oh, I see.
And that's why both Ferrari boys would both not have any setups. But in saying that, that's making the racing a lot more closer. I mean, the top three have gapped Cerame, and Pure Axel 21 is now actually within striking range of the Haas. And in saying that, Ripper Trek isn't too far back behind either, so it's pretty good. Yeah, so sorry. This is the first time I'm actually reading this pit stuff.
Yeah.
Well,
it's all kicking off there. But Stuart McKenzie is he's right up the tail of Mberche here.
In fact, hang on, just to say that Pure Axel's now just made a move
Pure Axel's made a move.
Cerame made that stick, but yeah, Kart. Sorry, I apologise. I've still got a ball duck.
Cerame, can I get him back? Get the switch back? No, hasn't got it. Pure Axel, let's hold on for now, but Cerame's got a better. He's run it wide. He's got a good run though.
Yeah, and they've just managed to pull a bit more time out to. So, did Habs for Life qualify on the softs, or has he made an unscheduled stop?
I think he did qualify on the softs. So we still got yellow flags out through sector 1.
Yeah, it's because Warlord's car is still parked on the circuit.
I see. Yeah.
So that's going to compromise a lot of people's runs through that.
Cerame has DRS. He's going up the inside of Pure Axel.
Oh, yeah, but where is that? Oh, yeah, that's out of sector 1. So Cerame's lost the position, but he's definitely not conceded the idea.
Oh yeah, he's.
And in saying that,
definitely got the pace today.
These guys are actually slowly.
Oh
no, there's contact!
He's tapped him.
Oh, is he? Oh, what a save!
Wow.
That was an amazing save by Pure Axel 21.
That is a great save.
He won't be happy about it, but bloody hell will he be wiping the sweat off his head saying, oh my god, I survived that. But look who's in the battle now. Oh no, it's a redress. There we go. So Cerame's redressing.
Yeah, well done. I think it was probably a borderline one either way, but he's being safe and giving him the position back.
I mean,
so probably a wise decision.
Stuart McKenzie's doing the undercut. It was quite interesting. He spent I did a practice session with Pure Axel 21 last night, and Stuart McKenzie too demanded to know what strategy Pure Axel was on. And this is not the strategy Pure Axel was on.
We've got a real close battle going on here now. Pure Axel does have the lead, but he's chased down by Cerame, Ripit, Tretch and Verdi, all really scrapping between themselves there.
Yeah, this battle is actually quite interesting.
Great battle. And this is working well for Verdi because he's on the soft tyre, so obviously he's going to have the advantage coming into the later stint.
And just looking about it, so Stuart McKenzie 2's dropped to 9th, but he's luckily... he's got RZDV. Oh yeah, that's right, because RZDV had the drive-through for the jump start, and he'll be kicking himself for that.
And Mberche is having a look at Kart going into Maggots and Beckett's. It's a risky move. He's backed out a bit there.
You look at the way that they drive through these parts, and I mean, you can definitely tell who's on the wheel, who's on the pad. But surprisingly, no penalties so far, apart from the jump start from RZDV. So everyone's been kind of, even the GP3 boys are keeping their nose clean a little bit, so that's quite good to see. And the best of them at the moment is Habs for Life and P7. Big Mike is, excuse me, fallen down the order a little bit. He's on the medium, so I guess he's pit or ready to go on the mediums. Looking to go for the one stop. Pure Axel's now responding. I don't know if he's responding to
Stuart McKenzie's caught Jordan Dittmer here, so it looks like he's going to breeze past there, just making his way through
Jordan's
the field.
making it difficult. Jordan, although I'm saying that he has given the position.
Backs out early. Yeah.
He went defensive.
It's interesting. Lap 7 is a long time to take the softs. I think they'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm sure McKenzie has studied this and they will do it, but it is a long It's a long way to take them.
I don't think so. I think the way I look at it, he's doing the strategy I tried to do last night, which is do the 2-stop, but get rid of the soft tyre first. So it'll be super soft. So Alex is going for the 1-stop. He did confirm this morning. Alex is going for the 1-stop, so he's going to try and make these tyres last till lap 26. But in saying that, although actually this is about the time that he came in last night as well, so he's definitely saying keeping to his guns.
He's gone for the mediums as well, so yeah, interesting. There's a few different strategies people could try around here, and it's going to be interesting to see which one plays out the best.
So
I'm guessing we're not having any rain. We haven't had any information that there is going to be any rain. So
no, so but let's see.
And then Verche dives. Oh, yep,
yeah,
no.
Yeah, Verche's in. He's going for the.
He has come in. Yep. It lagged a bit as he went to pull in for me, but.
I would say he's trying to do the undercut on Cart, although we'll see. These two, because these
also.
Oh, incident. Oh, Big Mike's had a moment. If this.
Oh, yeah, he's.
Where is that? Oh, that's just coming down the Wellington Straight. So I think. I wouldn't say he's been hit, but. Well, I don't know. It'd be a very odd area to get hit, but. If a safety car comes out now, virtual safety car. So who?
It could have been a lag spike.
That's gonna. Actually, someone.
Oh yeah, that's gonna help massively. Anyone that Ben Verche in the pits, that will help him out a bit.
Yep. Rupert Trich was in the pits when that happened, and he's actually. Oh, this could be critical. No. Okay, I was going to say he almost came out in front of Rupert Trich. Almost came out in front of Pure Axel.
Habs for Life going very slow under the virtual safety car, holding up Ed Verche a bit there. Really eager to get past, but Habs for Life has got going now, but it's going horribly slowly. But.
Well, the thing about it is that you don't want to compromise your race by getting a penalty for speeding. And you got to meet your delta. And,
yeah.
I don't know if it tells us when it's ending, but as far as we know, I mean, you'll be able to tell once they pick up the pace. And I say that. So.
There we go.
So, Habs for Life was pretty onto it there, and M Verche did come out in front of Stuart McKenzie too. So the undercut didn't work. So I think the virtual safety car has
saved him there
from the undercut.
Definitely, judging by how close Stuart McKenzie is, that virtual safety car saved him virtually massively there.
Now, usually this is a battle for when Habs for Life gets to a little twitchy in the.
McKenzie's having a look.
Sarah May's in. Cart is still.
Jonathan's touched him, but luckily McKenzie seemed pretty unaffected by it.
McKenzie's trying to muscle his way through. This
all over the back of him.
And we know what happened. Well, actually, no, you don't know what happened. But this happened last weekend in Austria with going Z28 and M Verche, and that ended up with them both in the fence on the last lap. So McKenzie's going down the inside. M Verche doesn't. Oh, actually, he is fighting the point.
Oh, he's held it.
Oh, beautiful.
Good racing.
So.
But McKenzie on the switchback. Going to try and get his nose up the inside.
Yep, and that's a reward there for doing that. You don't.
Yeah, he had to do it to avoid the collision there. That was a.
But he's going to go for it again. In Verche's hanging it wide, and he's shut the door. Beautiful driving there by Verche. And to the point I was making before the virtual safety car came out, Verche and Pure Axel 2121, they communicate a lot. So my guess would be that they're running the same strategy. McKenzie's going up the inside at Cops. Didn't quite thought better of it, but
I think M Verche knows the more he holds McKenzie up now.
Here we go. This is where it's critical. So Cart's now in.
Yeah.
So the race leader.
So Cart has stretched the super softs out to that turn. Verdi is now going to take the lead on the soft tyre, of course. So he's yet to pit. Perhaps hoping for a safety car, Verdi, maybe just to launch him into the lead. But
these two battling is definitely going to help Cart.
Yeah, I think Cart's going to clear them easily here. He's already out of the pit
up
box.
The inside and he gets it done. So.
Yeah, but Cart has cleared them pretty comfortably here.
I wouldn't say.
Although it's a long pit lane, so he's actually only just exited.
That's what I hate about this track, the pit lane. Stuart McKenzie.
Oh yeah, I said that. McKenzie's got him. And Virtue might have him as well. Around the outside. Car trying to hold it.
Yeah, but
And Virtue could have the inside into the next turn though.
yeah, this could be a repeat of the lap
lost
previous. And no, he keeps it together.
So,
Oh, instant six.
despite me, it looked like he cleared him so easily. Jordan Dittmer's lost his front wing. But I spoke too soon. I said he cleared them easily. I thought
I wasn't 100% convinced, but I knew it would be close. But
it's just such a long pit lane that it just took him forever to get out, and cost him massively.
And I thought the virtual safety car would have actually bailed him out a little bit, but
yeah, I thought so.
So where's Pure Axel? So Pure Axel. Oh no, these guys have already cleared Pure Habs, so it's Pure Axel's turn now. So table.
Well, it's certainly fun seeing the McLaren Hondas and the Ferraris just battling it out constantly.
Yeah, well, it's
makes for an entertaining spectacle.
It's a good spectacle. I mean, it is a good spectacle. I mean, it kind of takes you back to the days of back in the days of Schumacher versus Häkkinen back in 1998. It takes you, it's good to see Ferrari and McLaren back up there fighting with Mercedes definitely in GP2 just very much struggling. I mean, this is third race in a row Matt Your Daddy has not attended, so opening Virtue now testing his limit. So in saying that,
virtual safety car.
I don't know what that's for. Is Warlords is definitely some
sure.
Back in the I think I might know what this is. This might be a glitch as well. This could be somebody did mention this to me through the week, saying that once a virtual safety car comes out, it keeps appearing. But what this does do is gives people near the pit lane a free pit
Sarah May very close to the back of the church. Yep, that's true. So Jordan Dittmer is making the most.
And look at this, Car is trying. So Beatty could come in, but he needs to be careful about how quickly he comes in. Because if he speeds, he's going to get a 5-second stop-go penalty for his effort. So, I mean, we can face facts and say that he wouldn't come back in, because he's definitely committed to the one stop. Is he coming in?
Yeah. No.
No, it would have been pointless.
There we are. We're back racing again.
Yeah, the virtual safety car kind of ended at the right point. Cart's going down the inside of Stewart.
No.
Oh.
Teammates battling it out,
and this is what everyone has wanted to see. These two go to battle. Although in saying that, I think a lot of them also want to see them come together.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what the McLaren Hondas will be thinking right now.
And Cart has definitely sandbagged his pace throughout the whole entire week, and probably even through the lead up to this, because he said publicly, I have no pace around the circuit. Stuart McKenzie too has said he's got no pace around the circuit. Well, what's he doing right now? He's giving his teammate a good hurry up.
Ripper Tretch actually running in 7th at the moment and putting in a really solid showing. I just thought I'd mention that. He's looking pretty strong. Going Z after that first lap incident is up to P8 and looking to gain on Ripper Tretch there.
In saying that though, these virtual safety cars are doing one thing, and that's helping the Ferrari boys prolong these tyres, which means they could almost take them to the end.
Yeah, well, I would not be at all surprised if they do. I think we've seen it before from Stuart McKenzie. He likes to really push the limits on his tyres, and I wouldn't be surprised if he does attempt to take these to the end. They'll be shot at the end, I'd imagine, having put them on lap 7.
So Beatty is still staying out, so I'm not really sure what the duration of the soft tyre is, but it's fair to say that he's definitely trying to...
I find from what I've seen, about usable life about 17 laps is pretty good, but I reckon they can go a bit longer than that if they have to.
Especially in these conditions. So M. Virtue's dropped off the back of these guys, and Pure Axel is only about 3 seconds behind him. Sarah May's dropped off the battle as well. Ripper Tretch is definitely just now running to a pace.
What I am going to say for Verdi, he's losing a bit of time to the Ferraris, but not a massive amount of time.
And it will
Considering
and it will
he
come
is
back
on,
to and it will come back to him when he goes on
yeah,
the
it
super
will
softs.
come back to him as he goes onto the super softs. He's on older tyres as well, so considering they have much fresher tyres, they're actually not gaining all that much as you might expect on Verdi. So I think
in
he's
saying
putting in a
that,
good
Cart's
drive
actually
so far.
Cart's now right on the gearbox of Stuart McKenzie too. He's
Ooh,
going to go around the outside.
Mackenzie's letting go.
Wow, so this is a bit of an interesting development here. So Stuart McKenzie
think
too
perhaps-
actually playing number 2 driver for once.
Perhaps not wanting to come together there. Maybe he's had a bit of team orders at play there. Cart's feeling he's got the pace, but be interesting to see now.
Well,
Because I think they might have realised that you've got Verge and Pure Axel coming up behind.
and
They can't afford to have an incident.
Yeah, and Verge has cut the gap down a little bit, so. But yeah, the point. So transit time around this track is about 28 seconds with a stop. So, so Beatty will be about 18 seconds behind these guys when he does finally come in. So, if he comes in on lap 17 or 16, I think he will definitely come in lap 16. He'll have a 10 lap blast on the softs, super softs, which is not quite the best number you want to have, but he'll definitely catch these guys at the end if he puts his head down. So Verge, is starting to pull the gap into virtual safety car again.
That'll be I think we're having a bit of a glitch.
Yeah, so that's the glitch playing into motion. So now if I was Beardy, I'd come in this lap despite everything. I mean,
Yep. If the virtual safety car is still out when you get there, it's your biggest chance of being able to gain a bit of time on them.
Yeah, I think we had this issue I think we had this virtual safety car
We had it
around about this
we had it
point
a few
now.
weeks ago.
Well, no, not that. I'm just saying.
Oh.
By the time Beatty hits pit entry, I bet you it'll end. So.
We'll see. Yeah.
Now, where is Cart at the moment? So Cart's just coming through.
He is looking at it bad. He's going for it. He's made the call.
Be careful. Okay, so he didn't speed.
This is his chance. It's such a long pit lane here. So it's about what, a 28-second turnover.
So if you take drop out half the speed, so it'll be about. Okay, so DRS is the race has just now come back in. So where is Cart?
Ended at a pretty bad time for him now, but
the time lost won't be as bad.
So they're gonna, it will save a bit of time, but they are gonna clear him. Now I can say they have cleared him comfortably.
Yeah. So he's gonna come out P5 unless.
Yeah.
Unless Cerame is actually going to jump him, so that's true. Ripip Tretch, no, he's definitely cleared Ripip Tretch in this regard. So super soft tyres, 10 laps to go. We'll definitely keep an eye on Beardy in the next few minutes. In fact,
so he's just got a sprint to the finish here.
Verche now is really starting to give Stuart McKenzie a hurry up and has brought the gap.
Yeah, so Stuart McKenzie looks like he's struggling a bit for pace. Cart, ever since he was let through, has pulled away a little bit.
The first of the GP3 drivers to score a pit, time penalty, so that's not too bad. And Habs for life, despite everything, in the points ahead of table plan.
Yeah, that's a solid drive so far for him. It's on the soft tyres going through to the end now, I'd imagine.
And one thing I know Pure Axel will be kind of ruining is that he is catching up to Verche as well, but he's ruined the idea that he could lose another race without a podium.
Yeah, I think he's. It's a weird one. It's tough to tell because we know how fast he is, but he just doesn't seem to be able to get the results quite there at the moment. Consistently as he'd like, really.
Well, his consistency is good. The way he looks after the tyres is good. But the problem is it's like me. It doesn't matter if you've got all that. It doesn't matter if you've got the fastest pace in the world. If you can't get qualifying nailed, it's pointless.
Yeah, it is the thing holding him back at the moment, you'd have to say, if you're looking at it from an outsider's perspective, at least. Well, he admitted it himself. But, RZDV just dives into the pits there.
And
speeding in it.
gets a 5-second stop go for his effort. So a bad day gone worse for RZDV and what could have been a pretty decent result from third on the grid. So he's not convinced that the one stop's going to work, so he's going to the 2. It'll be interesting to see what the Ferrari boys do, and I think given that there's only 7 laps to go, well, eight laps to go, sorry, pitting now is just going to give McLaren Honda their third 1-2 of the season. And
whoa, yeah, it's a good point.
And in saying that too, it would also, I mean, Kart's already ahead of Stuart McKenzie 2 now, so that's going to bring the championship down to 26 points, I think it is. So there is a bit of a drop there. There is a bit of significance to it because this will also be a Grand Slam for Kart. In fact, let's have a look. Let me just. Oh no, so Pure. Okay, so Pure Axle basically just took away the idea of Kart now taking the. Oh, Beatty. Yeah. So Beatty with the fastest lap now.
Oh no, super soft. He's right up behind his teammate in Cerame here. So
yeah, so Kart needs to make.
Cerame just to make it easy for him.
Kart needs to make. Oh no, he hasn't led every lap, so they actually threw that idea. But now look at this. It's a choo-choo train. 2 Ferraris, 2 McLarens.
And Verche, well, the thing is, if Stuart McKenzie is making those tyres go to the end, those tyres are only going to get worse, and Verche's ones will hold up a lot better on those mediums.
Yeah, so this is playing right into the hands of McLaren, and virtual safety car coming out again, so this will give the tyres a bit of a reprieve, but at the same time, you can be a little advantageous through here. So you can see there that Verche. Well, actually, I think Stuart McKenzie 2 is going too slow. He's definitely below his delta, and that's why Verche is now suddenly within DRS range of Stuart McKenzie 2 from being about 1.8 behind. So now it ends, so it was a much quicker period this time around. In fact, Kart's lost a lot of time as well. So both Ferrari boys playing caution in these virtual safety cars. In fact, Stuart McKenzie 2's in. Okay, so yep. So the 2 stop. Yep. So the 1 stop will not work. So now it's down to what Kart does.
This is going to be a problem for Stuart McKenzie. He's going to come out right down the field here because he's got Verdi, who's going fast on these super soft tyres as well, who he's going to have to try and catch and get past, and that's not going to be easy.
And he's going to lose out to Ripper Tretch.
Cerame is making this harder for Verdi than I thought he would. I thought he would have just let Verdi go on these tyres.
Yeah, so Stuart McKenzie 2 is going to easily come out in P7 because of this, because Habs for Life is way down the field. In fact, going Z's now, starting to...
and Cerame's been spun. The passes have come together.
Oh,
Verdi's
no.
just clipped the back of Cerame. And that's not what Verdi needed, and not what Haas needed at all.
Gene Haas, and that's put Ripper Tretch up to P5.
Yeah. Well, that's going to hurt Verdi a lot because he's going to have McKenzie coming after him.
Okay, now
Now
imagine this for a scenario. Sorry to interrupt you there. Now imagine this for a scenario.
Yeah, no.
Kart pits this lap, leaving the 2 McLaren boys to come out. Both of these 2 are fighting for a championship, but Pure Axle 21-21 sits higher in the points table. Stuart McKenzie 2 currently in P7. What do you do? Does Verche let Pure Axle through for the win, or do they just stay in position and go for the 1-2 again?
I think they'd have to stick in position for the 1-2. I don't think Verche's given up hope at all, judging by the pace that he's shown so far. I don't think he's going to have given up on his title chances. So I don't think he'd let Pure Axle.
And the other thing too is if Kart pits, because Kart's in a position where these 2 McLaren Hondas are going to fight very soon, because Pure Axle's slowly starting to come into range of DRS for the position. So only Kart has to do is manage his tyres, manage his pace. He doesn't necessarily need a push. But this could have a serious impact on the championship.
I thought Verdi, without that spin, I thought Verdi might have had a chance of catching them, but it's cost him a fair amount of time, and now he's 13 seconds back, so I think he's just going to have to consolidate P4 there.
Oh, Rip It Tretch.
Unless Rip It Tretch... I was just going to say, unless Rip It Tretch can catch him.
Well, that's the first penalty for Rip It Tretch, so that's not too...
Yeah.
I mean, I've got to say, And as going Z now does the fastest lap of the race. I actually have to say, I mean, Rupert Treach, I think today has definitely earned a position in driver of the day. Oh, even Virtue now. Okay, so this could be even more critical. So if Cart pits, Pure Axel 21-21's got this race win.
Yeah, I can't see Cart coming into the pits. He stretched them to lap 10.
In fact, in saying that, even if they don't pit, Pure Axel 21-21's got this race win. He needs to pull in a second on Cart to get the 3-second time penalty. Oh no, actually no. Does Cart? No, I don't think Cart does have a penalty.
I'm just gonna look. He's got a warning there. Oh, he's got a second warning there. He's on 2 warnings, Cart. So if Cart cuts one more corner, he will get a 3-second time penalty, which will give Pure Axel the race win. If he can gain, well, about 7/10, I think it will be.
Yeah, look, actually, if we go to the leaderboard, we'll have a look and see. So, yeah, so Pure Axel's 4 seconds behind Cart, so he needs to make a second.
Yeah, you can see the McLaren boys running well, especially in Virtue, running a lot of rich at the moment, really trying to gain in. Ooh.
So in Virtue's safe car, so this is gonna, we'll see what happens here. So they'll drop the pace. Cart's definitely going reasonably quick, so he's gonna need to. They've lost a lot of time through that. So Cart's either matching Delta or these. Oh, that's not.
Oh, it's gone.
That's not a place where you end it. Not through maggots and Beckett's. Oh, that costs.
They've lost a lot of time, haven't they?
Yeah.
I wonder whether they were just going too slow, but it can't have been Cart speeding because otherwise he would have got a penalty there because it ended so.
Yeah, it just looked like Cart was going too aggressively, but it looked like he must have been matching his Delta. He's definitely not. I think he's pretty much staying to his guns, but those tyres must be well past the use-by date by now. Oh, and we just lost. We just lost our commentators in the spectators. So we'll wait. We'll get hit. Oh, this could actually cause a bit of problems. If, in fact, Pure Axel's now in. Oh, that's strange. Pure Axel went from 9/10 to 1.5 all of a sudden. Wonder what happened there. Oh, and Virtue's gone wide. Is that lag? No, that's not lag. Oh no, it is lag. It was you rejoining. It was you rejoining that course.
Oh, was it? I hadn't even... when you started saying "oh," I wasn't even. I don't even think I'd clicked on, but you had.
Yeah, just in Virtue looked like he just went wide, and then when I noticed he stopped, I thought, nah, that's lag. But let's have a look. So go back to the leader. So 4.1 seconds. So I think I'm a bit surprised that they're not really gaining too much time. I mean. Oh, incident sector 3. Oh, well, who we got here?
Oh, yeah, I've just seen some debris on the track.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there was an incident. I think maybe RZD. It could have been RZDV.
I think someone's lost some front wing.
Or is it Jordan Dittmer?
Oh, yeah, RZDV and Habs for Life having a bit of a battle at the back there.
Oh, yeah, it's Jordan Dittmer.
Yeah,
it's Jordan Dittmer because he's coming in, I think. Although
no, I can't see any front wing damage on this car.
Table Clan, no, he's clean. Going Z. He's clean. Stuart McKenzie 2's clean.
Interesting. I can't see any. Maybe it's from earlier, but there was definitely some.
Oh, Habs for Life getting a penalty. So looking at the fuel, so Alex has got a lap. He's definitely he's starting to burn it. And Virtue is running rich. Cart's got fuel to burn, but it actually projects 3rd place if he pits. So I don't see how that's. Oh, sector 2. Oh, it's RZDV.
Oh, RZDV, yeah.
And he's giving it up. Yeah, he's giving it up. I mean, it's so close to the end, you're not going to score points. So I would think there was probably a coming together there between him and Habs for Life, I would imagine. Jordan Dittmer's pulled off to the side of the road. Is
Stuart McKenzie going to get Cerame? He's gaining. He's going to catch him. Can he get past him? That's another matter because Zerme's going to make it as hard as he can. Ripper Tretch, if he gets past Zerme, Ripper Tretch will be there as well.
Going Z gets a penalty for his efforts.
That's a tough one for Cart because he knows he has to keep pushing so that Pure Axel doesn't gain it, and in Virtue don't gain on him too much. But
He's kept it quite controlled.
At the same
but
time, yeah, he can't push too hard because if he gets one more warning, he's going to have a 3-second time penalty. So it's a tricky balance, but he's doing pretty well so far.
yeah, so I would have thought by now Inverche would have let Pure Axel through because he's got a penalty, so he knows he's going to get sit third anyway because of the way it goes. But I'm a bit surprised that the two McLarens have not really roped in the gap.
Yeah, well, those tyres on kart will be going off about now. They'll be starting to burn up.
So I'm just wondering if I'm just curious to see why he stayed out, but Stuart McKenzie 2 pit. I mean, that's quite.
Well, kart came in on lap 10.
So his laps, his
McKenzie came in lap 7, and I think those 3 laps are just make all the difference there.
Yeah, that's a good point. So I forgot completely about that, actually. I mean, this race has gone off the hook quite a bit.
Oh, yeah, it's been chaotic, hasn't it? But you'd almost do with Inverche trying to just pull Axel along with some DRS here. Just get him into the second and try and pull him along to get him within the 3 seconds of the kart. Just hope that kart makes the mistake, because at the moment it doesn't look like they're going to catch him, barring a mistake.
So just while we're having a look around the thing, so Sarah May is actually now right in the back of Rupert Church. Did you watch the royal wedding?
What was that?
Did you watch the royal wedding?
No, I didn't actually.
No, I mean, it's not for everyone, but of course, for those who probably, I mean, if you don't know about it, you're obviously living under a rock, of course. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle now officially married and going to start living their life as husband and wife, of course. Prince Harry, the guy destined never to be king. I saw some
bits of it, but I didn't. I didn't see the whole thing. I was watching some rugby instead. And Pure Axel is actually only 3.1 seconds. Well, I say that just dropped back to 3.2. So he's right on the edge. He's just got to hope that kart gets that penalty.
And in saying that though, Inverche is just not getting really any closer to kart at all.
No.
In fact, he's changed the position, so Stuart McKenzie 2's cleared.
He has caught 7-8.
And he's
right up behind Rupert Church as well now. So.
But Rupert Church is going for his best result of the season, even if he does lose the position to Stuart McKenzie 2. In fact, Beardy is struggling a little bit too, so Stuart McKenzie... Oh, there we go! There it is, the penalty for kart!
Oh, that's a huge one. So now...
And Pure Axel's cleared Inverche. Now Pure Axel has to make 0.4 of a second in this lap. Oh no.
Wow.
So Pure Axel just has to make up 0.2 of a second and he'll win.
Oh, can he do it?
Oh,
does he know? Does he know as well?
Oh, I don't think he'll know, but he'll push anyway because. But yeah, this race, this is going to be... So, Rupert Church now gets a penalty. Oh, that's right. Stuart McKenzie 2 does have penalties too.
3.1. He's so close.
Oh, come on, Inverche. If I were you, give Alex the toe and then give him the position.
There we are. He's got the toe. Now they just don't need to fight. They can't afford to fight.
Oh, there we go. Pure Axel down the inside.
Let him go. Let him go.
That's going to cost time.
He hasn't.
Yeah, it's cost him time.
It's cost him some time, and that might be it.
We'll just see. So 3.4.
Yeah, I think that.
There's still a few corners to go.
Inverche needed to make it a little bit easier for him.
3.3, 3.2.
Oh.
And this is where Alex will be stronger because he's good at maggots and maggots. 3.22. 3 seconds. 3.08.
Oh.
2.9 seconds.
Oh, can he do it?
So Pure Axel just has to...
Incredibly tense.
So Pure Axel
just got to hold it together through the last few corners.
Last few corners. Oh, so dodgy.
He's ran it wide.
2.7.
Now then, the last 2 corners. Who's going to hold it together the most? 2.8.
Kart's going to cross the line first, but is it going to be first? No! Pure Axel 21 wins! Pure Axel 21-21 wins the British Grand Prix. Unbelievable results at the end of the race. And Mverche just narrowly misses out. In fact, he lost a lot of time. Oh my goodness me. Stuart McKenzie 2 is going to bring his car home in P4, but he's got penalties too. We'll see if that changes anything.
What happened to Birdie? Birdie
P4.
must have had a moment.
Sarah made a P5.
Oh, yeah, Stuart McKenzie time penalties is set him down to P6, it says.
Unbelievable. My man,
wow.
Axel 21-21, unbelievable. We need to get into that call straight away because I'm sure he is anaesthetic. So, you know, it's heartbreak for Cart, but for Pure Axel 21-21, we'll just go and have a chat. So yeah, we're just going to take a minute here and try and get into the GP2 chat, and I'm sure this is going to be a huge outpour of emotion for the McLaren Honda driver. Pure Axel 21-21, Alex Little, that last lap. Congratulations, you're a race winner in the GP2 category. Well done, my friend.
Oh man, what an amazing race here. It's a really good race pace. I was literally pushing all the way, and for me to come away with winning, catching all the guys at the front, it was taking me by surprise. I'm gonna keep the head down, and McGurch, I don't know if he just let me by. I think he did, and thanks to McGurch and my pace, we come up with a strong victory.
Well, we were saying that all it took was Cart to get a penalty to get the race win, and he got it on lap 25. 1 lap to go, he got the penalty. So, you must, a win's a win no matter how you look at it, and you've roped in some points on Stuart McKenzie 2's championship points lead. In fact, we'll have a chat with him soon. But anyway, we're going to move. Mverche's in the call, but of course his English isn't quite the greatest. But if he wants to type in something based on his race result, anyway, it's a double podium for McLaren Honda again. So they're definitely really pulling the stops out this season. P3, Picard hasn't joined us in the lobby. So I guess, Guy, do you want to ask Stuart McKenzie 2 a question?
Well, just tell us about that strategy, really. I think that's the main one. Was it always a plan to go for the 2-stop, or were you going to try and...
I don't know. Like it was a quite hectic race from the start. We had Warlords getting absolutely fucking destroyed on lap 1, and then I feel absolutely gutted for him because he could have been right up there with us, but I just didn't have the confidence in the race pace to try and complete the 1-stop and still be at the front, and at the end I was kind of just trying to help Owen get the race win. It was just unlucky that it finished rated. Congrats to Alex though. It's about time he did something well in this league, but I don't know what to say. It was just an race for me. Straight from the get go, qualifying wasn't good. The race pace at the start was all right, but it was just the tires. The tires wouldn't have survived going all the way to the end. But on to the next one, I say.
Yeah, well, in any case, just going to have a special word here, Betty. You've had a good result this weekend. Although the contact with your teammate midway through the race, that probably kind of hurt your chances of being in that battle for the top 3.
Actually, what I want to say about that is that I'm just sorry to Melvin because I drove way too aggressive after we had battled in 6 corners, and I just was way too aggressive and cut in front of him, and I'm just so sorry for that.
And in saying that too, Sarah May, you had quite a good race yourself too. You had a moment there where you gave... Actually, I have to say that, I mean, we thought, honestly, Guy and I thought your race was over. Your race was over, Alex, when Sarah May hit you at Cops. But that was a save of the day.
Yeah, well, the thing is that Searman wasn't quite alongside. Like, he was there, and I was like, oh, I hope he's going to back out, because I'm not going to leave room for that on a one-man corner. So I went for it, and it didn't work out for me. I was like, holy shit, fucking save the thing. Oh, close. Super close.
Yeah. And of course, I think driver of the day definitely today could go down to a few drivers. Definitely Rupert Church had a really strong race this weekend as well. Going Z28, we need to kind of get some validation on what happened to that corner, because it ruined your race, and most unfortunately, it ruined Warlords' perfect qualifying result.
Yeah, Warlords and I feel so bad for him, because I had no control of the car after I got spun. So I'll probably talk to him after this. I just had a good start, made it up to 6th place from 9th, and then Table Clan just fucking whacked me in the back and sent me sideways, and I went across the whole field. I'm lucky I didn't, or I'm very lucky I didn't take out people. And then besides that, the race went all right. Made some good passes. Mike let me through, which was really nice. I was going a little past him, so I think he realized that. That was really cool of him. Made some aggressive passes on Table Clan to get back at him, and then made a pass for 8th place on Habs for Life, and that was my race. Unfortunately, it couldn't have been better, but this kind of stuff happens, and I'll come back for Hungary.
And RZDV, you will probably ruin the start.
No, basically what happened at the start is I had some lag because everyone just suddenly jumped in. I released the clutch, so.
Okay, so there was just a bit of a delay reaction, so it did cost you the race in the end, and a decent result, but still, I mean, you come fighting strong. You got any more questions, guys? Shall we wrap it up here?
I'm just gonna say thank you to Melvin for making the setup to me. It was very kind of him.
All right. Well, in that case, so that's been Britt Keenan, Guy Tasker, commentary for GP2 of the Trans Nation Challenge, round 10 of the championship. Pure Axel 21-21 takes victory ahead of Cart 1979 and M Virche, making it a McLaren Honda 1-3. Tune in soon to see coverage of the F1 category with commentators of Jonathan Garton, and I'm not 100% sure who is going to be it yet. So stay tuned.